叫我是看的，今天我们将一起看6段诡异的视频。在视频开始之前，希望各位可以关注我的频道，里面有更多诡异的视频。那废话不多说，我们现在开始吧。
In the following video, a nervous daughter records her mother who's trying to capture a rat that's hiding inside the laundry room.
也是很久没有看了。
It's a seemingly funny moment caught on camera, but this video stops being humorous when a certain detail gets pointed out that neither the mom nor daughter had realized until later. Somewhere in this clip, something very unsettling was caught on camera besides the rat. Watch closely.
There's this huge freaking rat in our living room. Our living room and our laundry room right now.
啊？什么都在动？
Oh my god! Okay.
篮子吧？
Open the door. Hold on. Oh my god!
我操！
They're in the basket.
我操！是大老鼠在篮子里。What the fuck, dude?
Mom, you gotta get it. Mom, I'm gonna try.
我
I'm
操！
gonna.
主要是有点大只啊。
Sorry. Get the baby, Mom.
抓吗？等他跑吗？ On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame. It's up close, as if seemingly gazing at the mother and daughter, who were already spooked enough by the massive rodent. If the size of this rat hadn't already terrified them, then surely this has.
我操，这个头是什么鬼啊
Now, what's really strange about this is that this wasn't there initially. If nothing was there previously, then how did this show up?
So this is the hallway that me and my daughter saw the rat go into our cat door in our laundry. For some
猫也
reason,
住这里面吗？
I never felt comfortable in here. I felt very. It's not surprising that we caught something
这猫居住条件有点艰
in
苦，
that window. Very
还
odd.
说是因为这里面经常
Makes
闹
me
闹，
feel so
所以它在这里。
uncomfortable.
Neither Catalina, the mother, nor her daughter had noticed it or have any clue as to what this was. But recently, another video was shared by Catalina, which not only is just as creepy, but might explain what this was.
This is my son Jason. He is autistic and he is playing with his camera, which is in this toy car. That's what he used to capture the ghosts.
Only weeks after this incident, Catalina's son accidentally captures something on his toy camera inside the laundry room. While using the wireless camera on his remote to chase their dog around the house, her son captures this.
不要有这个什么 jump scale 啊！他家里面有点乱，有一说一。找狗，他在找狗。给到案发现场。有一个轰动的声音，很低沉，像男人在说话。The fuck！ 等一下，我 reframe。哦，吓我一跳！我操，是狗子。 我操，这个狗动还是自动的，我操，有点说法，挺有意思。怎么了吗？不会突然冒出来个人影吧？谁还没看见啊？ 哦，哇哇哇哇！我操，这是什么鬼啊？这就是传说狗拉线原理，你们知道吗？哇！我操！我操！没想到是狗子的 jump scale。它飞得好高啊！我操，怎么可能啊？
Firstly, when the toy car drove into the laundry room, a voice can be heard.
说好像是英语。
Mind you, that no one else had been inside, let alone downstairs where the laundry room is at. Like the silhouette that was in here before, this cryptic voice has no traceable source. But perhaps the creepiest part isn't what happens here, but instead what happens outside. As the automatic pet door opens and closes repeatedly, a single piece of a playmat goes flying off before landing in front of the pet entrance. But it's the fact that only one piece flies off while the rest stay put that's pretty strange. The wind in this case, if any, may not be able to explain this. It just rips off as if plucked by a child who's having a tantrum. But to Catalina, whatever threw this was aiming for the car. Whether ghost or not, she's deeply unsettled by what was captured both inside and outside her house.
As you can see, when I pull this one apart, it's very hard, and it just flew up.
Given the whole incident with the rat and the shadow figure plus this, she can't help but think something haunts her home. If so, she hopes that it's someone she once knew.
I like to think that it was my grandmother because she was always close to me, and I always felt like she was around me and protecting me.
Currently, she continues to be on the lookout for any more strange occurrences in her house. But for now, this whole situation remains a mystery.
很恐怖啊，感觉那个浴室那个人形啊就有点怪。
Now this next video comes from an Uber Eats driver who was driving past a cemetery when this happened. In the 4 years that Marcus Wilson has been delivering food for Uber Eats, never has he ever been so afraid of coming back to this neighborhood. And for good reason. On the night of April 28, 2026, Marcus was on his way to drop off an order when he realized that the road he was on was surrounded by not one, but two massive plots of land entirely filled with grave sites.
See these two lanes right here? This is where I was at, man. This one, this whole lane right here are nothing but cemetery.
两边都是墓地是吧？
Although he's driven to some sketchy areas before, nothing could have prepared him for what was caught on his dash cam. Take a look.
哥们儿不是很想来啊，来这个地方。我操，这个路很荒，没什么车啊。我操！什么玩意儿？
Marcus didn't see it happen, but something from outside darts into his car. He was sure that during this time his windows had been rolled up, which you can clearly see in this footage, but somehow, whatever this is, manages to get in. Neither flinching nor having any reaction whatsoever, Marcus is completely oblivious to the fleeting object. To him, it's no surprise that something like this would happen at a cemetery, let alone two of them.
This is where I was at, man.
But nothing is as baffling as what happens next when Marcus finishes delivering the food he was carrying. Now it's important to note that the reason he shares this video is because he suspects it has some connection to what occurred after he dropped off the food. Just minutes after arriving to the address, Marcus paces back and forth outside of his vehicle, terrified of going back inside. Take a look.
Doing my usual Uber eating, dropping off some food. I swear, this I've all address gotta be set by a cemetery. I see this again, I'm not gonna accept it. I'll tell you that.
I 拿什么车送？什么玩意儿？这底下有东西吗？
Make sure I'm not tripping.
没看见啊。
Make sure I'm not tripping.
好像是福特。
So, I'm dropping off the DoorDash, the Uber eating. I can't even get my daggone company straight. And you're gonna see a vibration.
后座没东西吧？就是。
Good. See tapping at the window. Definitely gonna hear.
哎，是我看错了吗？墓碑那边有什么东西吗？哇，我操！他那个鞋子被拖动了，地上鞋子。
Hell no.
Hell no, man. 他还下车查看吗？我没这胆，有一说一，我没这胆。
Tripping. No, I'm not tripping. Boy,
What's up?
Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Okay.
它不会飞起来吧？这不至于吧？再动一下。哇哦！我操！你们看见了吗？他那个门啊，门把手啊，他自己开呀！我操！上车了吗？还是什么？哇哦！我操，有点猛啊！不是，有一说一，他车上安全吗？现在
？Marcus was
我
so
操，这个
shaken up by this
这
incident
这个
that
情
he
况
now
确实
flat
是
out refuses any orders
头
from
一次
places
遇
near
见啊，
cemeteries.
这情况
A chute seemingly comes alive as it zips across and creeps forward, and out of nowhere, the door handle to the passenger side begins to pull by itself, as if someone was trying to get in. But as Marcus shows us, no one was outside. But then, as if finally getting a firm grip on the handle,
在里
something
面
opens
开
the
门把
door.
手。
Now, while each thing
然后
that
门又
happens
自己
is
打
creepy
开
on
了，
its own, it's looking at everything
我
collectively
操，这
that paints a terrifying picture.
然后再加上
Could
这
it
个
be
摄像头
that
出现一
whatever
个
had
鬼的
been
影子，
outside was trying to lure him out of his car using a
他很
chute?
可能已经进来了，
Or
你知道
were
吗？
these all just random occurrences? With an entire cemetery as a backdrop, it's understandable why many would
有点
think
惊悚
that this is undeniably paranormal. But of course, what do you think?
在这边
Marcus is certain that it is, aside from being sure
这两
that
段
he
都
won't
挺
be
猛的，
coming back anytime soon.
这两段都挺猛的。
Now, over in Houston, Texas, is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time. There doesn't seem to be anyone living on this property, and perhaps it's best that it stays that way, because according to Joe Galindo, in 2019, his mother recorded something while living in this building that to this day keeps him up at night. As Joe writes, in 2019, my mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. The following is what his mother recorded while pretending to be asleep. Apparently, it doesn't come out if she's awake. Watch closely.
在右上角是吧？这好像之前在直播的时候看过，就有个头部啊，出现在门框的右上角。看到没有？露头了！我操！我操 ！What the fuck！ 蜘蛛侠吗？消失了吗？好像消失了，突然之间。哦，消失了。好像还在。我操，这啥玩意儿啊！我操 ！What the fuck？ 虽然说这是看了第2次，但是这个依旧很诡异。它到底是啥呀？有可能是外星人啊，外星人暗中行事，这太诡异了，像是个光头吴克。你们觉得这是啥？你这么看，其实有点像猫猫头。
Seeing the video, Joe no longer thought that his mom was crazy. In her kitchen, something above appears to poke out from behind the doorway. But as if Joe wasn't already disturbed enough, he takes a screenshot, brightens it up, and sees this. What looks like a faceless figure can be seen hanging upside down from the ceiling. While some say that a face can be seen here, many agree that it's hard to tell, but the fact that its features are indiscernible only makes it that much more unsettling. As some believe, this might have been something beyond human comprehension. Now the video ends here, but it's assumed that Joe's mother kept watching this figure before she passed out from being tired. The next day, she sent him this video. So then, had something paranormal taken place at this now abandoned apartment? Or was something else going on here? It's hard to say, but if something supernatural was actually there, then Joe can rest assured that it won't be messing with his mom, as she no longer lives in this complex.
说这个头部看着真的有点抽象啊，有点抽象。
On February 25th, 2025, a man named Tavo posted a video that his grandmother took when she and a friend spotted something outside a window that caused them to back away immediately. They were cautious in keeping their distance from the glass panes, but not because of something they saw on the street or inside another building, but because of something that was right at their window. It was on a Tuesday afternoon during a family reunion that a shadow suddenly appeared behind the sheer curtains. It was pretty evident that a stranger was right outside and possibly trying to get in, but they weren't ready for what came next, because much to their disbelief, this happens.
God, be careful, Bob.
这是一种反射吗？作业，看好像是一种反射，你懂吗？角度问题。
Oh my god.
What they saw, or rather, what they didn't see, left them completely astounded. The supposed stranger they swore was outside the window wasn't actually there. In fact, he was never there to begin with. Upon pulling back the curtain to see who was there, they see this. Nothing. Now, it wasn't just nothing according to Tavo, who got this video from his grandmother. Something had actually been there. To him, this had to be some sort of supernatural entity that took his grandmother and her friend to visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted. But despite how much time has passed, Tavo and his grandma still wonder just what had been outside.
倒数第2段。
Now the following video comes from a woman named Giselle Duran, who was recently forced to leave her apartment in the middle of the night.
哭了。
Pretty much everyone who's seen this video was left confused on why Giselle was crying inconsolably. It was very odd that she would put this video out there. But after looking at her page and going through all her posts, it didn't take long for many to see why she was so paranoid. For the past few months, Giselle Duran has been sharing clips that were captured by her security camera. They're mostly just recordings of her living room, but in each one, something happens that many believe has led up to the recent breakdown she had. It goes without saying, but these next few clips are nothing short of unsettling. It all started with a video she posted in late March 2026 when Giselle was home alone doing laundry. But then, out of nowhere, this happens.
到底是波轮洗衣机好用还是滚筒洗衣机好用？其实我一直不懂。OK， 好像是吵闹鬼的样子，东西弄下来。他们家不知道有没有养宠物啊？开始费解了，为什么会这样
Now, it may not seem like much, but this occurrence marks the first time something strange happened in her apartment. Thinking that the whole incident with her flying phone was just a random one-time occurrence, she was caught completely off guard when something like this happened again. Only this time, she didn't think it was random. On March 28, 2026, she recorded this.
啊，他这灯关了又自己开了。
It was at this point where she began to think.
突然发现那边角落还放了个 PS5 啊！
Like someone who didn't want the lights off, they immediately turn on as soon as Giselle turns them off. It was definitely strange, but especially so when looking back at the previous occurrence. Maybe what happened there wasn't so random. Now, although neither encounter was enough to freak her out just yet, one incident came close to doing that, and it's what happened on April 2nd of 2026. While Giselle was fixing a shoelace inside her closet, this happens.
Ah! 啊？是有什么东西碰了一下他吗？还是头发？像有什么东西抓了一下他一样，有点不像长头鬼了。现在看见有什么东西在那个桌上。哦，他也在自己动，你看见没有？然后这个业主张大嘴了，傻了，怎么办？要不走吧？
Now, it might be hard to notice, but something happens within this area that set Giselle on edge. You won't really spot it at regular speed, but if you scrub the footage back and forth, you'll notice that the bag on the table begins to move, almost as if coming alive. This, of course, freaked out Giselle, which led her to take action. Like other instances, she couldn't explain how it moved, nor figure out what had touched her. This is perhaps the creepiest part about this incident. Now, so far, everything that's happened up to this point has led her to believe that something isn't right with her place. Any small thing that happens now makes her jump out of her skin, and the fact that she's living solo makes things worse. But as it seems, she may not be entirely alone, because one night, after being woken up by a sound inside her room, this happens.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es, pero
哦，他是南美洲人吗？
tengo miedo, estoy temblando del miedo. Si pasa,
哦，出现了！你看那个门框下面啊，门下面有个影，没动好像。
no mames.
No mames, güey。
Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta.
他感觉就是有什么东西，有某人在这个某人或某物啊，在这个门后边。我操，那双手吗？我操！跑路了，撤离了，撤离了。
Ya no puedo, ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana.
现在是凌晨4点，撤离了，撤离。
Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca.
怎么会这样？为什么发生这种事情？
Trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy Nerviosa estoy. No sé. No sé qué.
It now becomes clear as to why Giselle was so freaked out in this video. It wasn't just whatever this was that was at her door, but all the stuff before it that finally made her snap. Already feeling on edge, she bolts out of her room and pays no attention to the black shape at her door, not knowing if it was still there or not. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible, so she hops in her car and drives all the way to her job before parking outside and clocking in hours later. Now when she came back home eventually, she didn't find anything around her door to explain what she saw last night. It was gone, as if nothing had been there in the first place. But as her video shows, something was clearly there. From capturing things moving by themselves to recording moments where she felt a presence, Giselle has documented what she believes is clear evidence of an uninvited guest making itself at home. But of course, what do you think? While there haven't been any other strange happenings since then, she continues to look closely at these videos, hoping to find something in them that explains them. But for now, it remains unknown as to what exactly is happening inside her apartment. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. At roughly 11:40 p.m. on a Sunday night, two nurses working the night shift at a dialysis clinic are getting a patient ready to go home. It's just about closing time, and only one patient is left to be sent home via the pickup area that's outside the clinic. But just before heading out, something catches their attention. According to Josephine, who sent me this video, someone was searching through their dumpsters and making a lot of noise. Apparently, it's a common occurrence here. But this isn't the reason she sends me this video. At the same time that Josephine and her colleague were outside, something happens inside. Thankfully, the patient in this video was okay with Josephine sharing this video. They too felt it was necessary to show this footage to others, as otherwise no one would believe them. The following is what was caught. Take a look.
又卡了一下，我操！啊？是打了一下他吗？还是弄到他眼睛了？还是鬼？
For some reason, the lady in the wheelchair covers up her face after letting out a scream. It's the same reaction that someone would have upon seeing something terrifying. But as it turns out, that's exactly what happened. Because according to Josephine, this patient saw a person who was seemingly disfigured and walking towards her. However, as the footage shows, no one is near. Or at least, it seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look.
Ah, 我操！我操，有点盯着了，有一说一，但是好像是有个影子，人形轮廓啊。
Someone or something else
慢慢消失，我操
present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later, it's right behind her. It's as if the shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to her. As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently, that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby? This one remains a mystery.
但是为什么电视会有反射呢？就很怪啊。以上就是今天视频的全部内容了。视频内容没必要当真啊，当做娱乐消遣就行了。假如说你喜欢这种类型的内容，你可以关注我的频道啊，来获取更多的视频。那我们下次再见。